Portsmouth, a naval town with a rich history, is home to father and son team Mike and Chris West. Wanting to invest close to home narrowed down their choices of strategy. Settling on HMO was in the end a fairly easy decision. And looking at this street of fantastic Victorian terraces with their high ceilings, big wide rooms, they're perfect for HMO. They've got lots of space, lots of light. Now they're going for a very high-end finish to attract the professional tenant. A strategy they know works really well because their other HMO property, they let out in 2 weeks. 5 rooms in 2 weeks, gone. So it's really going to be interesting to see what they've got. Tell us why you chose this.
These are fantastic houses for turning into HMOs. There's 3 bedrooms upstairs, 2 bedrooms downstairs that enables us to convert and target the professional market.
Portsmouth has got a fairly big university.
Absolutely.
But why professionals particularly?
The student market is far more into Southsea area down here around the university. We've targeted the professional market. We know that there's higher rental income.
So it is really down to location and the better income that you'll get from the rental. It's the 1st of June and they are already a couple of weeks into this project. The property had some damp issues exacerbated by Portsmouth being on reclaimed land. To secure their mortgage further down the line, Mike and Chris were required to get a survey, which has resulted in some extensive stripping back to lay down concrete.
The surveyor, being independent, didn't just say you've got to inject silicone everywhere. He came up with a really good solution, which was to put concrete on the overside. That's the bit below the joists. Mm-hmm. There was a lot of rubbish under here, like old woodwork, which was all rotting. We had to get all of that out, all the organic material out. Otherwise there was a potential for dry rot. The air bricks, there were air bricks in there, but they were just venting into the cavity. Right. What we've done is we've put them venting into the area beneath the floorboards, because we're going to be putting insulation in down here before we put the boards back on.
Of course. And then layout-wise, Chris, what are we doing? Fireplace is going, I'm sure.
Yeah, the fireplace will be coming out. I'm in the ensuite at the moment.
Are you in the bath or on the toilet?
The toilet will be just in the corner there. Right. This will be the shower area just there. In the corner there, we're going to utilise the space by building in a wardrobe there. Yeah. Enable us to put a double bed in here, making use of the big bay area over in the window, meaning that we've got a lovely big bright open room. We put a desk, chest of drawers, bedside cabinet in as well.
Fantastic. Despite what this is saying, the kitchen? Yeah?
Absolutely.
The toilet. Alright, so what are you changing in here? What's going to happen?
So we've taken out a load of the units already here. Yeah. We're going to be taking out what we can see behind us there, the sink, the walls, etc. there. So we can open the room up, make it look far bigger and put everything in that's required for an HMO.
So this was your downstairs bathroom here, which you're going to block up and create an ensuite for this bedroom.
We've blocked that in and we've opened up the door there.
And on the stairs, we're having an understairs toilet as well.
So there is still a communal toilet for everyone.
So this is your smallest room?
Yes.
Where are we putting a bathroom in here?
Again, this will be ensuite again. The ensuite will be going over on that wall there, so we'll be able to fit
so this sort of kind of...
Absolutely, so we'll be able to fit a shower unit in there, the toilet and a basin in this space as well, utilising how the door opens.
Mike and Chris have their work cut out. The property needs a thorough refurb and they are not shying away from the job. There is plenty to do and their expected project time is 3 months and their plans are clearly thought out. It's also clear in conversation with Mike that they have invested time and money into getting good training and coaching to ensure success with this project. What got you into property investing? Why did you make the decision to go forward with it?
Well, to be honest, Chris made the running.
Okay.
I've got a lot of experience refurbing properties. I mean, our current house, we had 1,800 square feet and we added on 2,500, you know, so I've done some big projects myself in the past. So I think Chris recognised the combination of skills that we had, the experience I've got with refurbing. I've got a lot of technical knowledge as well, I guess. Chris brings a lot of negotiation expertise.
So you're both eventually going to be creating your income from your investments, from your property.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can walk away from current...
Financial freedom's the goal. The first one we did was a flip. And like many legacy students, we wanted to cover the cost of our training because that was a very significant but worthwhile investment. And on the first flip, well, we covered twice the cost of the training, so we were very happy about that. We put that into the pot, and then we bought a property nearby, which we converted into an HMO. That went live 2.5 weeks ago. We've got 5 of our 6 tenants already. There's good demand in your area, so we're hopeful we'll get the other one in pretty soon. It's a troublesome property for the estate agent to sell. And the agents actually said to us that they don't know anybody other than me and Chris who would have been able to arrange the finance for it. And we put that down to the legacy training, to be honest.
They bought this property for £175,000, and when the conversion is complete, it will have a value of over £250,000. Although their budget, as Mike put it, is fluid, which does concern me somewhat, they will have good appreciation on the property, and when fully tenanted, they expect a monthly rental of around £3,250. I'm heading back to Portsmouth to see Mike and Chris West and their 5-bed HMO. When we were last there was no floors, there was hardly any walls, it was pretty much a shell. But they'd got a very clear plan of what they wanted. I think they're at second fix stage now, so it's going to start looking like a home, or at least an HMO. I am interested though to talk to them a little bit more about their budget. Last time they said it was fluid, which kind of got alarm bells ringing in my mind, because having a fluid budget means they didn't really know exactly how much they were going to be spending, which means it could run out of control. So, Mike, it's been, 6 weeks since we were last here. To the untrained eye, you'd go, well, there's not a lot happened. Your first fix stage. Give me a bit of an idea of what's been happening. Has it been chaos?
It has. A lot of boards have been up.
Yeah.
People have been scrambling through the roof space and underneath the floors. Well, that was fairly easy because we didn't have any floorboards until very recently. But we've got a lot of the electrics in now. We've got a minimum of 3 sockets all around the room. Lots of ring mains, lots of rings, lots of separate breakers all through the house. It just makes it so much safer and easier if there is an issue with everything.
And your plumbing?
Lots happened on the plumbing and the heating.
Right.
We've calculated all the radiator sizes, taking account of the very high level of insulation, and also taking account of the layout of rooms, so the radiators go in the most convenient positions, because that doesn't block other spaces that might be wanted for chest of drawers, bedside tables, beds, wardrobes, and so on.
Can I ask, discuss budget with you?
We haven't nailed it at the moment. We know that we're buying really well. Everything that we're buying at the right price. I couldn't buy this stuff any cheaper. I mean, I'm buying these shower trays for about £45. I'm buying my boiler for 725 quid. We're keeping track of what we're spending. Good measure is where is our bank balance, and we're paying for everything as we go. So there is control that way, because we do have budgets. Just as we were completing on the place, we had our mentorship with David Harwood.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And we got David to look over the numbers and the property forensically as part of the mentorship. And he reckoned it was all very realistic.
They say the devil is in the detail. The first fix is very detailed in this HMO. The number of sockets is well thought out. TV cable fittings, plumbing, insulation, it's all very precise. Insulation was an especially important factor in the kitchen.
So what we've done already up here, we've pulled the ceilings down and we put insulation through. So we've got about 100 mil of Celotex in there. So they're taken care of. We're going to be cavity insulating, and on this back wall here, the single skin wall, which isn't actually damp, surprisingly, we're going to be putting a damp membrane on it, this stuff here.
Right.
And then battening it out and putting Celotex in there, and then plasterboard to warm up that wall too.
There's even a special filter system in the extra downstairs loo.
Very clever fan for the toilet, because it's an enclosed space. That's the neighbours next door, and venting the WC is really quite a challenge. But this beastie that we're putting in, very cleverly designed. It was actually on Dragon's Den.
Oh yeah.
And what it does is it fits between the cistern and the WC, and it vents through the rim and sends all the odours down the soil pipe.
Oh, like on an aeroplane?
Yeah, exactly like on aeroplanes.
Not only does it reduce the odours, but also cut down on condensation, and therefore the risk of Legionella is minimised. Mike and Chris are taking every aspect very seriously within their business. Although not exact and still fluid, I'm confident that they are in control of their budget. A review from their friend and mentor confirms that their figures are good. Their main building team, Stuart and Kim, are a very competent and experienced couple who they can trust to carry out the work and also be mindful of their budget. Over the previous weeks, an awful lot of work has gone into this property and things are really starting to take shape. The house appears to have some way to go, but once plasterers and decorators have been in, it will start to look very different. It's great to see that everything seems under control. So I'm back in Portsmouth, and Mike and Chris tell me that the property is as good as finished. A few snags here and there. They've got 4 out of the 5 rooms let, continuous viewings going on. So I'm really looking forward to seeing it. The problem I've got though is I can't remember the number, and I don't know how to recognise it because they'll have taken away their signage. So I think that's it there. Hi Mike. Good to see you again.
Good to see you. Well? Come on in, come meet Chris.
Wow, look at this. This was wires and pipes.
And no floorboards.
Yeah. Terrific.
Mind the step.
Toilet in there, bedroom in there. Hello Chris.
Good to
nice
see
to
you.
see you. You alright?
Very well, thank you.
Good. This is brilliant.
Thank you.
I'm pleasantly stunned. Kitchen through here? Yeah, let's have a look. Because this was just a shell last time we were here.
Absolutely, with a toilet in the corner.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. This is brilliant. What an amazing job.
Thank you.
Really like the kitchen, lovely, nice, and oh, they've got numbered doors. Throughout this project, as we've seen, Mike and Chris are watching the pennies and the pounds. The initial purchase price of $175,000 was a great price. The refurbishment costs came in at the $45,000 mark. I drilled down further to examine how good a deal this really was. What have you spent on it to bring it up to this standard?
Well, we haven't got the final numbers in yet, but it's looking like about 45k.
You bridged it, so that will have cost you, what's been
That was about 12 for the bridging.
12,000 for the bridge, okay.
That includes some angel finance in there as well.
And fees as well, mortgage fee, broker fee, solicitor fee, right. And then stamp duty, there must have been stamp duty.
Well, we got caught out with the increase in stamp duty, so that was about
7,000. So talk me through the rental.
The total rental we're getting is about 3,250 per calendar month.
Rental, 3,250. Yield is what? How much?
The yield is currently, based on the purchase price and the refurb costs, the yield's about 15% at the moment.
Refinancing, talk me through that.
Well, we've currently got a bridge which is expensive. We've got to clear down the bridge and then we'll be refinancing it through one of the well-known buy-to-let building societies.
Once they refinance the property at its new higher value, their yield will inevitably go down. Mike reckons on 12%, which is still excellent. Finding their tenants quickly interested me, and I wanted to know more about their marketing techniques. How did you find your tenants? What were your marketing?
We used a combination of different streams, so following the training with Spare Room, Easy Roommate. We also put the large boards that we had made up in the front windows of the house.
They weren't there when I drove down today, couldn't find them.
Made it very obvious for people coming to see the property. And the final thing was we used local letting agents.
Mike and Chris really care about this property, and in taking time to vet properly, this secures them responsible and reliable tenants. Jan,
yes.
This is a terrific room, isn't it?
It is.
I saw this when they first started, and it was it was a building site, and then I saw it again about halfway through, but this is just terrific.
Oh, it is perfect, yes.
Yeah. How did you find the property? Where did you...
My girlfriend found it on a website, and then we exchanged a couple of messages on the website, and we switched to the email, and then Chris actually sent us a short film right away.
So just based on the film that they sent you,
yeah, yes.
you thought, wow, that looks great. Did you look at any other properties?
We haven't actually, and I mean we find this one, and we love the fact that it was brand new on the inside. They rebuilt everything, and it's kind of what we were looking for at the time. Yeah.
Well, great to meet you. I hope you're going to be really happy. I'm sure you are.
thank you.
I mean, they're great landlords. I mean, you know, in the time I've got to know them, I can safely say, you know, they will look after the house and look after the tenants. So.
Yeah.
Being fairly new to property investing, Mike and Chris recognise the need in gaining the knowledge and support from others with expertise.
We bought it on the 3rd of May, which was the day after we just finished our mentorship with David Harwood. Just over 4 months, we'd done the full refurb, marketed it and got the tenants in.
Without him, how do you think you'd have got on?
We've spoken to him at key points of when we've needed to and asked advice, particularly around costings of what we should be paying for various different parts that we've done.
Do you think, though, you'd have done it as quickly and as easily without the guidance, without the knowledge?
Without the knowledge, no way.
Having that backup and investing in themselves was a shrewd move that ensured they have every chance of success. A thorough and exacting approach will pay them dividends over the coming years, and the work done on this house sets it up for a long and profitable life. Thanks for having me again, guys. It's been great to see this house. It's absolutely brilliant. I've really enjoyed the journey with you along, and you've got another property to see this afternoon.
Absolutely.
Yeah? With a financing plan in place, Mike and Chris will very quickly be able to move their money into another equally profitable project. Judging by their research and their approach to the market, there is plenty of opportunity in Portsmouth, and these two investors are sure to reap the benefits.